In this episode of Restore It, I'm going to make some progress on the 325i Sport whilst I talk about my plans for the project. At the moment, this is actually where I am with the E30. So with the Mercedes saga finally over and the new unit looking more like a workshop, I'm slowly but surely spending more time actually working on projects for the channel. I was so keen to restore an antique I'd been sat on for a while, I started the project, filmed everything, got to the point where I needed to paint it and only then realised that I didn't have a spray booth. I tried borrowing a friend's, but with limited time in the booth and so many other things going on, I had to postpone the project, which was meant for mid-January. But one of the things I've been spending my time doing is talking to different companies about spray booths. Because I'm not going to be spraying cars like I thought I might be, I don't need a full-size walk-in spray booth. I can easily get by with an open style one. I didn't even really consider these to be an option until I used Cerakote's open booth at their UK branch in Newmarket. It was so nice to be able to just walk up, spray some parts and walk away, without having to enter a room, put the full gear on and then slowly let the air clear like in my crappy homemade one. The extraction is instant, as you're spraying right at a wall of filters with air rushing into them. So after that experience, I was set on an open style spray booth. The only thing is, these spray booths require at least a 3 kW 3-phase motor to create enough suction to extract all of the fumes well enough. So another thing I've been doing is organising a power upgrade for the new unit, from single phase to 3-phase. The unit now has 3-phase and the fuses have been upgraded from 60 amp to 100 amp. All I need now is a new 3-phase meter which is being installed in the middle of Feb. Once that's installed, along with a few 3-phase sockets, I'll finally be able to upgrade everything. For the past 4 years of running this channel, I've been using hobby grade equipment, and although it's good enough to get the job done, I now seem to be spending most of my time fixing issues, be it the pop blaster, the compressor, the spray guns or the welder. These tools are not meant for commercial use. They just can't keep up with the demand anymore, especially after 4 years of constant use and frankly abuse. They're all starting to fall apart. I've been through multiple start and run capacitors and overload switches for the compressor and it's still cutting out on me. The DeVilbiss FLG5s have had 4 O-ring kits each and they're still not totally happy. The blasting pot keeps destroying itself at the main valve on the bottom, and the blasting cabinet leaks constantly and does a terrible job of extracting the dust. So with the second quarter panels stripped and painted in weld through primer, they're now both ready to be worked on. The passenger side does have a few dents in it, but overall I'm pretty pleased with how these are going so far. With that done, we can really see what's going on. It's a bit of a mess. Because this primer is weld through, I don't actually need to grind it off. I'm just doing this to make it easier to see the damage that's been done when the old spot welds are ground down. There were 2 areas that were spot welded to a piece behind. With the old metal gone and the new pieces behind it still intact, I can clean them up and protect them for the time being before I weld the new piece in. The thing is, this Bodywork primer is just a temporary solution to stop the metal from rusting whilst this work takes place. Once everything is done, the car is going to be either blasted again or dipped and then e-coated, so all of these surfaces will be properly protected in the end, before any paint is sprayed. And there it is. I'm much happier with my welds these days. They could be flatter, but I think it's down to the welder. I've been told it's not very good compared to the real deal brands like Miller, Lincoln, etc. Which is why a new welder is also on the list. So now I just need to grind these down and protect it with primer. With that painted, it looks brand new and ready for some fresh spot welds.